It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Five teams have advanced to the divisional rounds, and one more will join them. Our final wild card game is underway. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
Now that's a way to start the ball game. A return all the way across midfield. And the kick return team, they're going to get a big old thank you when they get to the sideline. Nothing like starting your offense with a short field to begin the game.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 45.
They'll start this series with an option left. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Forced out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready?
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Zone lead, they'll give it to Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hey, blue. Check, huh?
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Fitzgerald sends this through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this one, Kate. Not just individually for the kicker to be accurate in his first kick, but to really invigorate this home crowd and to take that lead on the opening drive.
And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Love from the gun. Reeled in by Jalen Reed. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. They got 21 yards on the play, and it'll give the Packers the first. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Against with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Smash. Smash. Hut. Hut.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Quickly out to the right. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Set. Ready. Hut. Hut.
Young on the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Chad Muma's got it. And the Packers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Ready.
Running on first here with Jacobs. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. The Packers on top early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch with a whole bunch of bodies around him.
Down. Ready.
Throwing his love on 3rd. He's got it complete to Reed. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want in 2.
It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers drive their lead to 11.
14. Panthers 3. Brendan McManus to kick off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. The Gents with a return here.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting that special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
And air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7.
Let's go. Strike it. Red. Cycle. Ready.
They're going for it. Young. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Go. Ready.
Starting this drive with a design run. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Love out of the shotgun. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Right, set, ready. Yellow, 22.
No throw. 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
After this one, we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. They're going to go. It's Love. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. And the Panthers will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow, 40, ultra. Hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Chased out to his right. That's complete. Sanders has got it outright. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to bring up the Carolina 1st down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 4.
Panthers 10.
Wow, down by just a score. A lot of game to go. But look here, it's an onside try. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. All right, I'm going to need your expertise here, Brock. You don't ever really call an onside kick there on a whim, do you? That had to be pre-planned, right?
Yeah, I think that was on the table well before they scored the touchdown, but here's the problem. That group on the other side, well, they were prepared. They were ready for it. And now, well, you've added a little bit of Uncle momentum to that side.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Come on, set.
Back to the air, Love. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one.
Yo.
Off some of the mojo from the other side.
Here we go. Slide through. 50.
No, I'm at league game.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go. Black, 95. Right, right. Hut.
Third and long for him here. Forces one through double coverage. Now it's intercepted. And the Panthers are
Damn,
just shy of the 25 after that tackle. Well, they've still got the lead, Brock, but they've been unable to find any separation, and now a couple of drives in a row have ended with interceptions.
Might not have cost them the lead quite yet, Kate, but you just know this offensively. You just continue to make mistakes, errors, turnovers. You give your opponent life. That's not the place you want to be.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Set, ready. Yellow, red, cycle. 6, mega, black, ultra. Hey, check mega. Ready.
Young working from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Red, 38. Motion.
A second down throw for Young. He brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Set, hut, smash. Blue, fuse, yellow. Hut.
On third down, it's Young. He's going deep. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Carolina in punt formation. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Got it.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Blue. Let's go. Hut.
Love now on first and 10. Puts together a quality gain here before sliding to a stop. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Gets it through the middle. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. McManus on for the extra point. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sends it through.
Packers 21, Panthers 10.
On now is McManus to kick this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Black 40. Set.
It's Young to throw here on first. Escapes the pocket. Now we'll try a deep shot to the other side of the field. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. The Packers are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. And the kick is no good. The snap was off the mark, and that leads to a miss hit on the point after. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. We get
Really?
return here. That's a good look at that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut.
It's Hubbard off the option. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Flushed out of the pocket. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
4th down. Here's Pickett. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. Pickett getting everybody on the same page here. They're going for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And they take the attempted onside kick all the way back. Touchdown! McManus on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Packers push their lead to 18.
Panthers 16.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. He gets with a return here. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Pickett. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
2nd and 10. Pickett. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. That's caught for the first. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Lays out, what a catch! He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
He can run it. Small gain down to the 23. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Let's go now. 60 red. White, black, old claws red. Set cut.
3rd and long, Young. Connects on the crosser. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Ready, set.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down.
Here we go. Ready.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Ready.
Running back sent in motion.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. Dumped off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Love out of the shotgun. Up the perimeter. He's at the 25. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. New set of downs for him. He starts at the 38. Love with it on 1st down. Gets it downfield on target to Watson. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Jacobs running behind center. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Play action. Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul, somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Black 40. Hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers will have the football shy of the 20-yard line.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Has him on the quick hitter. And we'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's incomplete left side. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Feels this clean at the 30. First attack, he's still going. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 39-yard line.
So good field
Yeah,
position for the Panthers. Starting this
something's
drive,
trick.
first
Like
and
it's like
10.
a boy girl name. There's a boy named and a girl name.
Not deterred by that.
Yeah, it might be that.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. The Gents with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. First down now, ball at the 33.
Set. 50 green.
Young back to it after the pick. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
And with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Charlotte.